Hi Virgo, and welcome to your first Zodiac Teroscope reading for the month of February. We are doing present, past, focus, future. We're going to be looking at at the energy surrounding your present situation, anything that's influencing what you need to focus on, and the possible outcome if you do or don't shift your focus. So let's get right into it. Remember, Virgo, this is if you are a Virgo sun, moon, rising. If you have your Venus in Virgo, you can look at this as from a relationship perspective, and that would be any type of relationship. And the other thing that I want to remind you of as well is I will be clarifying all of these oracles here with the psychic tarot, okay? And please ignore the or just put out of your mind the sound if you can hear it. I don't know how loud it's going to be in recording of my dishwasher going, but it's loud for me, so it's almost done though. But Virgo, let's get right into this. Let's look at your present situation and that possible energy surrounding it. Surrender to the change. So right there. I want to say, though, I looked down here and saw the 24 and thought of a 6, Virgo. And what that made me think of was the change that needs to happen is for the better, because it made me think of the 6 of Wands, where that rider is coming in successful. They've had a victory, okay? It says the art of allowing resilience, adaptability. This is calling for you to be adaptable, whatever this present situation is in your life, and it will be different for all Virgos here, right? Because we're doing a collective reading. But if there's a situation in your life that's bringing up, you know, I've got to adapt to this, or oh geez, I've got to change to this, and it could be in a very positive way for you right now, okay? It doesn't have to be that you're resistant to it, okay? It's like different people, different situations. Some of you, this is change that you're going to go kicking and screaming, and for others, this is surrendering. Oh, and a card just came out. This is, oh, maybe 2. Hang on. This is 2 came out. This is surrendering to change that's good. But look right here. This 4 of Cups. It's discontent and boredom. I'm not feeling that with this card. I'm feeling it as the 4 of Cups because that's what I said automatically. That is someone's handing you something, I feel, for this change, or offering something, or giving the other option, or possibly, how else could I say it, Virgo? They, you know, they're telling you, like, hey, this is what you need, you know, that 4th full cup to complete what you already have with the 3 you already have. And maybe that's the change. Maybe for some of you have been waiting on that 4th cup. Accept it, okay? That's why this 4 of Cups has come out. Now, what come out with it? Number 20, truth, which is judgment. Ooh. I just want to say, don't hold judgment against it. Don't hold judgment against it, or maybe even the person that's making the offer. It's almost like I want to say remember I said for some of you, it's good change. For some of you, you're going to be kicking and screaming. So these messages, and this might be your one message out of all the cards I'm going to read, but stay to the end, because sometimes things, you know, take a turn. But maybe it's a truth you need to face, and that's the change that's going to happen for some of you, okay? But let's see if we can't get a little bit more here with what past energies, or are there any past energies that are influencing all of this, okay? Because that may help you here when it's time to focus on something. Details. Well, sometimes the truth is in the details, I want to say, right off the bat. Past energy with does this have to do with some sort of paperwork from the past, or like, look, they've even got a magnifying glass. What's it actually? Clarity. Is there something from the past that wasn't clear, and that's maybe what's been holding you back from surrendering to this change? Maybe you didn't know the truth, and you've been trying to find the truth, the clarity in it, possibly. Because look, we have 43, which is a 7, and I want to say, right, that's like wisdom. It's like choices, but it's also like wisdom. Is there something from the past that was keeping you from knowing the truth or having clarity? And that is what has slowed down this change. That may be someone's story right there. Look, and out comes the Emperor with authority. Yeah. This almost, and I'm going to say this, and this may, look, one person may resonate with this, but I almost feel like it's something to do with family business, like a will, or, well, maybe it could literally be a family business or something like that, or we could just call it, you know, family business. There's something in the details that needed to bring you, that kept you from getting clarity, but now the truth is coming forward. Maybe there was someone who was holding all this, like, you know, it could even be if it were at work, like a boss, or, you know, the person in your family who's the boss, the person that everyone looks up to, the matriarch, the patriarch. Maybe it's an auntie or an uncle, or the oldest brother or sibling, sister, right? I feel like there's something in that area. But again, you take this as it fits your situation. But something I feel was being withheld purposely here. Okay. Anyway, we're going to move past this, because what do you need to focus on? The storyteller. This is so interesting. I said, like, maybe it's the family, you know, business, as in, you know, the family drama. The story. Let's get a tarot with that. What do you need to focus on? The storyteller. I always remembered, I don't know if it was from years ago, Dr. Phil, Oprah, or where I've heard it, but I know I've heard it 1,000 times since. You know, sometimes it's the story we tell ourselves. And it could have been a Dr. Phil thing, right? Like when you tell yourself the same story over and over again about yourself or about a situation, it's what you believe. But there's no words on this paper in this book. So maybe this is, you need to focus on, once you get the clarity, want the truth, the other cup, whatever it is, so that you can adapt and surrender to the change. You're going to write your own story here, and that's what you, oh wow, that's what you need to focus on. And look what come out. Balance. This is the Justice card. This is the Justice card, Virgo. Look, it has the wands, the pentacles, the cups, and the swords. This is the Justice card, and you, maybe for some of you, the new story that you're going to write is the justice that you found in all of this in some way. I want to say that. Maybe what you need to focus on in writing this new story for yourself, because the Justice card can also be, and with the 7 here again, it's coming back to wanting, because I think of 7, I think of Libra, okay? It's almost like you want everything to be fair. You want everything to work out. You want justice for all, for everyone in the situation. You want it to all work out fairly and just for everyone. Understanding that consequences or actions have consequences, right? But you still want everything to be fair for everybody. Now, advice, guidance on how you can shift your focus to this. And we have, these are my Call Up Baron Reed cards with John Holland, the Psychic Tarot. And I just am loving these ones and these ones. Some of her different type of decks for her. But we have Beyond Your Fears, the Weaver's Dance. Maybe this is something you didn't want to face. Was it fear holding you back? Possibly. I don't know. It'll be different for everyone. But I just want to say, maybe this is something that you've never wanted to face, and that's why you've been rejecting maybe the fourth cup, or not wanting to get clarity and the truth. You know, you didn't want to surrender to that change. For others of you, you've been chomping at the bit. But what I see here, because I think of the weavers as spirit, God, source, universe, whomever it is for you, your guides, right? And it's beyond your fears, the weaver's dance. It's being able to celebrate. It's being free. It's having that knowing. And look, they're all happy for you up here. It's almost like you're breaking through or breaking free in some way, and getting that justice and rewriting your own story. Look at this, outcomes number 8, which is the Strength card. You're standing back in your power. You're not only going to get your groove back and get the groove on for your whole spirit team here, for spirit, right? Or whoever, like I said, it is for you. You're getting your own power back. Where you, I love this card. It's been coming out in the readings. Look, we all have duality. And you can think of that duality in many different ways, okay? But what I can tell you here is, I've been saying it, we have the gentleman or the lamb, and we have the lion. You can be both. When you need to be gentle and calm and wanting the best for everyone, you can be both. You can approach it in a very gentle, calm manner, like a sweet little lamb, but you do it with, I want to say, the authority, the strength, and the power, the courage that will resonate off of you, I think is how you would say it. They're going to know they're dealing with a lion here. They're no longer dealing with the lamb that didn't want to deal with anything, okay? Love this for you, Virgo. Now, you need to be focusing here. Okay, you need to be focusing here. Now, what is the possible future outcome if you shift your focus to this? If you do, we have message in a bottle. Do you know what just popped in, which was kind of an odd little thing here, but it's almost like, okay, say back in the day, right? This is what I'm being shown. And if your only way of communication was by putting your note, okay, into a bottle, and you knew if you put it out at a certain tide, at a certain time, at a certain maybe time of the month, that bottle is going to end up at another location, which is maybe where the other people are, maybe other parts of your family. Okay, this is weird, but I'm going with it, Virgo. It's like you're going to be able, if you shift your focus, the future outcome is good. And you're going to be able to write that and put it in and let everyone else know this is good, right? You're going to be able to send the message. Everything is good. Everything is great. Everything worked out. I shifted my focus. I've surrendered to the change. I'm a lamb, but I'm also a lion. Don't forget that. I feel as part of the message. All right. Now, if you don't, what is the outcome? We have flexible. Well, there's no flexibility. If you stay up in here where you're unwilling to change, where you're unwilling to maybe look at the truth or accept in that help or that cup, whatever it is, and you just stay rigid, right? Because that's what it is. You're just rigid. You're caught up in all of whatever this is. There will be no flexibility. You will stay in that rigid, not surrendering to the change, to the good. So it always comes down to this, Virgo. Do you want to be writing the message, writing your new story? Oh, okay. I'm seeing here, right? This is the new story. This is what's happening. This is how it's going to be. Or do you want to just staying flexible back here, unwilling to adapt, unwilling to allow. I love this message for you. This is very interesting for sure. I hope that it has made sense for you, Virgo. If you need further advice, guidance, go check out some of my other readings. The ones from 2024 are still, I have them in different, oh, if I can't think of the name, I'm not looking at YouTube right now. You know, the different folders, whatever we call them. I know they have a name. I just can't think of it. They're in there. But maybe look at maybe one will just call to you by a thumbnail, or you'll go in and you'll look at your sun, your moon, your rising, or your Venus, and you'll get more advice or guidance. Always do that, because you know what? If you're searching for a bit of guidance and answer from spirit, you know, don't just stick to one reading. Maybe go check out some others. I say always, you know, check out mine, but even check out other readers and see if you can find something in there as well to help you along. Thank you very much. I appreciate your time, and I will see you in one of my other readings or in the next reading, because the short and sweets are going to be coming out at, mid to end month. See you then. Bye-bye.